it was a very special year, 2000, where we also celebrated the Great Jubilee. It's also during that same year that St. John Paul II proclaimed Sister Faustina as a saint of the Church. For me, it was also a very special year because I was ordained a deacon and a priest in the year 2000. I'd like to just share some of the extracts of the sermon that was given by St. John Paul II on the day that he named St. Faustina a saint. And that took place on the 30th of April, the year 2000. This is what St. John Paul II said. "Today my joy is truly great in presenting the life and witness of Sister Faustina Kowalska to the whole Church as a gift of God for our time. By divine providence, the life of this humble daughter of Poland was completely linked with the history of the 20th century, the century we have just left behind. In fact, it was between the First and Second World Wars that Christ entrusted his message of mercy to her. Those who remember, who were witnesses and participants in the events of those years and the horrible sufferings they caused for millions of people, know well how necessary was the message of mercy. Jesus told Sister Faustina, humanity will not find peace until it turns trustfully to divine mercy. Through the work of the Polish religious, this message has become linked forever to the 20th century, the last of the second millennium, and the bridge to the third millennium. It is not a new message, but can be considered a gift of special enlightenment that helps us to relive the gospel of Easter more intensely, to offer it as a ray of light to the men and women of our time. What will the years ahead bring us? And especially in our country at the moment, in our political situation, if we see things around us decaying like all the potholes in the road, we might be tempted to despair. And we might wonder, what will the future hold for us? What will man's future on earth be like? We are not given to know. However, it is certain that in addition to the new progress, there will unfortunately be no lack of painful experiences. And I'm sure each one of you, immediately something of a painful experience can come to your mind. You don't have to think long and hard about it. But the light of divine mercy, which the Lord in a way wished to return to the world through Sister Faustina's charism, will illumine the way for men and women of the third millennium. It is important then that we accept the whole message that comes to us from the Word of God that we have heard today. This day which we now call Divine Mercy Sunday. And in the readings that we heard this morning, the liturgy seems to indicate the path of mercy, which, while re-establishing the relationship of each person with God also creates new relations of fraternal solidarity among human beings. Christ has taught us that man not